They know how to ride the motorbike.
Providing a broad range of services, including the issue of construction certificates, design development certificates, and operation certificates.
Is that you?
Well, welcome everybody to the Bar TV sports coverage of the 2018 Rams NHRU competition. We're up to round 10 in what is proving one of the closest years on record that we've seen over the past couple of years. As we go now to Tim Partridge, who's joining us in the commentary box here today. Tim, how are things?
Yeah, things are good, Gareth. Looking forward to the game.
Well, it's the top of the table clash, 1v2. It will be certainly an interesting match, considering Bubba Coleman taking over the reins the last couple of weeks. He certainly fitted in well last week. The team made a good account of the Wanderers, the two Blues, which we covered here on Bar TV Sports, and the Greens, well, they're flying high at the moment. They're undefeated.
Yeah, both teams are looking good. I actually didn't get down to the Greens last week, and I watched the game on Bar TV. Yeah, I thought it was a really good game. Probably started a little bit slow. It took about 20 minutes for both teams to get into it, but it ended up being a good one. But Carlton at the minute are very strong. A very complete team at the minute, so I'm looking forward to seeing this contest.
Yeah, certainly, and I think it starts around at the halves. We spoke about it earlier in the year, off the record, so to speak, but certainly Sam Bright is a big bonus to this Merewether Carlton side, and coming up today against probably the best fly half in the competition in Dane Sherritt. It should be a pretty good matchup. Yeah,
it should be. I'm looking forward to that contest. Mac Daddy, Eli McCulloch has got a nickname, so I'm looking forward to that half 5-8 combination, seeing what goes on there tight. Also really good, looking forward to seeing the set piece. I saw the Hawks did a 45-minute session in the rain on Tuesday night, so there's been a lot of talk also in the media about Bubba getting back into their set piece, so I'm looking forward to the line out, which Carlton have got a great line out at the minute, really good quick two ball, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
They play that hurry up, I guess, offence, I guess you'd call it. They are really quick around the park and really quick to get their line out set. So I guess with the ageing Hamilton Hawks side, it may be something they look to utilise today, certainly running around. You got the likes of Steve Lamont, Pete Maxwell, who's 42, I believe, Joe Ackersdyke, he's been there for quite some time, even Peter Backridge, the prop forward as well. So it's certainly a side with plenty of experience, but are the legs too weary for this young Merewether Carlton side?
Yeah, I think you've said that exactly right. They are an ageing team, the Hawks, but experience is a big thing in big games. We saw last year that both teams, when they played one another, there was only a couple of points of difference, with the Hawks getting both games last year with the Greens, but both fantastic games. Carlton this year with a lot of youth coming through, but also a couple of old heads in there. I'm looking forward to seeing. I see there's a couple of changes with the Carlton pack. We've got Cade Robertson back in, and Jerome Wilson's come into the second row.
Well, one person they will miss who is injured here today is Brendan Jackson. He's been an absolute standout in the second row for the Merewether Carlton side. Been the big difference in their line and set piece this year. A real target for someone like Billy Dunn to hit each week. So I think they're going to miss him at the set piece here today. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they will miss him. He's been, I would say, the standout lock in the competition. But, with Jerome going into the row there, and they've brought Darty back in. Darty back from an overseas jaunt.
Yeah, sojourn.
Yeah, he's and Darty does a huge amount of work. He's,
if you follow him on Instagram, you certainly know he had quite the time overseas.
They call him the tow truck. He's first at the breakdown. And, yes, and he does. He enjoys life, Darty.
Well, it'll be a very good combination with Billy Freeman, who is probably, I think, the form breakaway in the competition at the moment. Certainly, he's there. He runs the right lines. He gets it down and gets a couple of tries most matches as well. He's very good around the park, and both players are. It'll be very good against Pete Maxwell, who isn't a traditional flanker. Tom Coupe, who's over from Belgium, playing really well as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right about Billy Freeman, playing fantastic football at the minute. Tenacious, tough, hard, but also carries the ball really well.
And he's a character too, as Steve Lamont leads out the Hamilton Hawks. It's Children's Day here at Passmore Oval, and a couple of the young kids coming out with their heroes here at Passmore Oval. And of course, Steve Lamont, very good captain, very good player as well, as Jay Stroud now leads the Merewether Carlton side out onto the field for the first time in 2018 at Passmore Oval.
Yeah, great to see the young kids leading the Hawks out. I know the Hawks have been putting a lot of time into their junior base. You can see that they've got a fantastic Colts team coming through, and I'm seeing there's quite a few of those boys starting to play up in the seconds and also coming off the bench in first grade, which is great to see. And there's no doubt that they've got a fantastic bunch of boys coming through who will no doubt be the future of the club.
Yeah, certainly, and it certainly bodes well. I know we hear about it in the papers, in the press, Merewether Carlton with that big base, of course, 2 third-grade sides as well, and they've got the social fours too, so very good things happening at the Merewether Carlton Club. And indeed the Hamilton Hawks certainly building their junior base as well, with a lot of their Colts coming through, and traditionally not a team that has a good spread of local juniors, but certainly coming through the grades now are some good players like Mulhern, who'll play a fly half and come on halfway, probably through the second half too.
Yeah, fantastic football. A really good Colts game today, and you're right.
So it'll be Merewether Carlton to kick off, running left to right on your screens here at home. Sam Bright with the board, Jared Logan, the referee here today. And just about to blow time on, checking with the captains. And here we go, it's showtime here at Passmore Oval. That's a nice deep kick, and Church comes up with it, feeding Coupe, and Coupe, the Belgian international, gets them up over the 22.
Yeah, I really like Billy Freeman working hard up there, trying to cut off that ball. If they wanted to move it wide, I like that move. That's obviously something they...
Oh, Sherritt decides to run and fires the ball out to Vasagotti. Vasagotti with a bit of an opportunity. We see him make so many breaks in the game, but he's cut off nicely by a sliding Merewether Carlton defence. Good breakdown play there. They work the blind side though, and Weaver on the far side is tackled into touch.
Yeah, not a bad start. The Greens, good defence, and yeah, Hamilton keep working that short side there, which is interesting.
Yeah, certainly they made pretty good distance off that. So first line out of the game, well, not the best throw there by Dunn, but Merewether Carlton somehow come up with it, and they advance forward 5 or so metres. Here's Bright now, looking for Smiler. Smiler looking for the offload, but he's held up, and that's good defence, good line speed by the Hawks, and they get down low, and here comes Freeman. Freeman steps away from one, and good run by the breakaway. First touch here today. So Carlton now moving forward through Robinson. Robinson, the big lock, gets them up towards the 22, and here's Villamus, the big number 3. He's back from injury, and he's certainly looking trim and looking fit, although has he turned the ball over there, Tim?
No, they've still got it.
So here comes Bright. Bright goes wide, and that's a very good tackle there. Smith scoring a very good try, linking up with Freeman, and there's the man in question. Here comes Strawn, stepping off his left. So dangerous, the Merewether Carlton fullback.
Yeah, strong and fast, Strawny.
Bright runs to the line. Bright finds a little break. Inside ball to Smiler. Smiler gets them up towards the 10-metre line, or 10 metres out. And here's Villamus. Villamus turning, looking for the offload. Can't quite get the ball away, and Billy Dunn's there to help up, playing in the number 22 jersey.
Seems to be quite a bit of room there off the Hawks. Have got their 10-20, but
Well, Drone Wilson gets a nice ball away. This is going to be trouble here. Inside ball by Smiler to Strawn. Strawn, he's cut down, so the Hawks scrambling. They're up against it now, the Hamilton side. And they've lost the ball there. The Greens, it's a penalty. And Jared Logan awards that to the Hawks side.
Yeah, the Hamilton defence there seems to be a little bit of room there, just off that 20 channel on the edge of the ruck. It'll be interesting to see if Sam Bright will exploit that.
They've lost the ball there. The Greens, it's a penalty. And Jared Logan awards that to the Hawks side.
Yeah,
and that's a light kick, nice kick down to the 40 there.
We can see Carlton there pointing, numbering up on their defence. It's the little things in big games that make the difference.
Yeah, so the Hawks with the feed will be Chris O, obviously formerly known as Percy.
Yeah, mistake there from the Hawks, an opportunity lost.
Yeah, nice work there. So was that Freeman or Dart that got the ball, but they come around the corner. Snedden was looking for the run.
He might be
Doesn't
lucky
quite
to keep
find
that.
it.
And Hawks have got it. They've
and now
done
the
well
ball comes out. Yeah, good turn over there. Here's Vasagotti with a bit of space off the left foot, but coming across in cover.
Great tackle.
Yeah, lovely tackle. Schmiller, I believe it was. From the Merewether Carlton side, great hands there. Now Kilmurray, he goes out wide. Sherritt with a lovely ball now. Bainavalu, he's accounted for nicely. Joe Crawford it is. He's been an absolute find for this Merewether Carlton backline.
He has, yeah. They've done really well this year, Carlton, with the players they've had come in. But
Good tackle there on Brown. Brown bouncing out of that.
The standout thing for me with Carlton in the minute is the little things that they seem to be doing right, recycling the ball well.
Nice work, Bainavalu, with not much room to work. He's taken by fouls. Fouls really growing into his role on the wing for the Carlton side. Now Kilmurray, he'll go wide. Here's Coupe running against his smaller opposition there out in the back line, but stepping back towards his forwards.
If they can shift this ball right quickly, there's room out wide.
Well, Sherritt chooses to put it on the boot, and that's a good touch finder there, just taking some pressure as they were struggling to get out of their own 40 there.
Yeah, I think, well, they've been in their 40 the whole time, the Hawks, so this is the first time they're over halfway. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pressure this line out.
So Billy Dunn. One area of the game that certainly has improved for the Merewether Carlton hooker is his line-out throws. He goes to the front that time, and that'll be a short arm there. It's Jared Logan, they're back chatting now, and the coaching staff, you can see them on the far side shaking their heads.
Yeah, no coaches would be happy with that. Yeah, you can't give a team like Hamilton Hawks easy yards. Opting for the scrum here. This will be very interested to see how this scrum goes today.
Yeah, first scrum of the day, and we saw last week the Hamilton side, they thought they had the advantage there against the Two Blues, but the Two Blues were really good at the set piece, almost dominating the well-lauded, I guess, Hamilton scrum here. So
yeah, well, I've always thought that the Hamilton scrum's been the measure for this season, but you're right about the Two Blues. They've got a fantastic forward pack. I think at the minute, if they can get their back sorted out, I think they'll be a pretty complete team. But I'm very impressed with the Two Blues forward pack.
Well, they certainly gave it to the Hamilton side last week. It was 8-3 at half time, and Hamilton kicked on in the second half, and that's a good scrum there by the Hawks as they go forward, looking to draw a penalty here. And
Travis Salisbury will be somewhere. Rub his hands together about that one.
Here's Sherritt now. Sherritt turning. Kilmurray on the inside.
Beautiful.
This is the first chance here now for the Hawks. As they go in behind, Sherritt calling for the ball. Goes over the top there of McNeil. Bainavalu has to go back, and he does well to keep in touch. Here's Brown. Brown, he's pulled down, so they lose about 15 metres there, the Hawks. Now Sherritt looking to advance there, and Maxwell, he's the man to do it.
Yeah,
the veteran, good run there, setting the platform. So they reset now, the Hawks, and the Greens look a bit stretched out to the right, and here's Ale. Ale traditionally running wide and scores plenty of tries out there. And that's good counter-rucking there. I think it was Snedden who came through, has really grown as a player, grown into his role as starting prop as well for this Green side this year. Now the ball comes out wide. Stepping off his left was McNeil. And Sherrod, he goes forward now, and Bainavalu
Good
takes a run. Good run, good tackle. Smiler cutting him down, and Brown
just noticing
bit
the
confused.
Hawks. Just noticing the Hawks are taking a bit of time to reset there. I'm just wondering if that's going to start costing them.
Well, it's cost them about 30 metres so far as Kilmurray Hill get the ball on, and they really need to reset, and they look a little disorganised in attack as Coupe gets the ball to Bainavalu. Bainavalu seen plenty of work so far. Coming across was Tom Smith to cut him down.
Yeah, and good support play there. They had to scramble to get to him.
So there's trouble now. Sherrod with the ball, takes the line on. That's a lovely pass to Vasagotti off the right, and he's taken now as Merewether Carlton. They're stretched, they're out wide, they're desperate.
Yeah, very much Bubba Coleman there, left to right, likes to use the full width of the field.
This is going to be close on the far side. Bakarich, he's still going. Bakarich, he's almost over. And that's a penalty to the Greens, and that is a massive relief, massive let-off, and the Hawks looked very dangerous attacking then.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and I'm not sure what that penalty was for, but huge let-off for the Greens. And typically the Greens have been doing that this year. They defend their line very strongly. And just have that real tenacious defensive efforts there on their line and held out a lot of attack this year. Not a bad exit.
Well, they're traditionally over the last couple of seasons, they haven't started too well, the Merewether Carlton side, but this year that's been the big difference in their game. They've certainly got off to good starts and got away with the lead.
Yeah, Adam Tripaz there doing a lot of work with getting them fit, which will make for an interesting second half of the season. A few teams didn't start as well.
Well, only just getting away with that one there. The Greens on the 22, so they'll set up. They need a good exit, a healthy exit, as they say, as they go in front of Smith and Freeman again, doing a lot of work.
Good defense.
The breakaway, great
good line
defence.
defence there from the Hawks. Up hard.
Good line speed there, and certainly a good trait of a Bubba Coleman coached side. As that one goes over.
Yeah, that's not a bad kick either.
Up to the 40, that's a very good release there by Bright.
Yeah, and good pressure chase there too. Both kicks under pressure, which is good from the Hawks. Opting for a short line out by the looks of it. Is it a 5-man? 4-man?
So off the top, Church going to Sherrod. Sherrod goes in front to Kilmurray, and again, always uses the battering ram and does a really good job of this. Sherrod comes around the corner. Here's McNeil. Bainavalu with a bit of space, fouls, does well, shows him the sideline, lets him go and gets him down as Sherrod with a short ball, and they've lost it there. Unlucky there. Nagy it was.
Yeah, Hawks getting a lot of ball out to this left side wing. Playing low. Is it the Hawks?
Yeah, Bainavalu on this close side.
Ball, and they're shifting it to him early, which is giving him time to be able to find a bit of room. He's running really well today. Yeah,
prolific try scorer, very quick and really good awareness on the wing. I think he's the best winger in the competition. He's been around for some years now. Hawks Junior.
Interesting to see what the Greens do here, if they attack or if they're going to get it downfield.
Yeah, good scrum there by the Greens. And they go short side to Fowles. Fowles with a bit of space, turns back in. Can he get support with him? No, he can't, but that's a good play there by Mick Gill. Spoke to him before the game, and that was one of the plays he was looking to implement. He did pretty well there. And
short side should always be an option. There's always 20 or 30 metres.
So now they go towards the left. Here's Smith. Smith von Schmoder. Now they go in behind a Bright. Good line speed there by the Hawks. They had to do it because the inside ball was coming. And it's been a bit of a weakness for the Hawks. As now they go to the left. Here's Jerome Wilson. Jerome Wilson gets them forward, trying to get the arm free. Here's Snedden. Snedden. Good run by Snedden.
Great run. Snedden's been playing great football this year.
Now Smiler, they're lining up. That is a big hit, but still going. Nice work by Smiler. Bounces out of it.
Yeah, great run and great hit. Good contact.
So here comes Strawn. Strawn stepping off his left and sets the play up. They got options both sides. Big Wendell was standing out there, but they've turned the ball over by the looks of it here. Now the Hawks have to get out, and they do. Lovely box kick there by Church, finding touch And the Hawks get away with that one, but that was a big hit, wasn't it?
Big hit. Good little passage of football there. Jerome carrying well, going to the line. I know the coach has been very happy with him this year. He's sometimes in the past he's run a bit high, but he seems to be getting his carries very strong this year.
Well, coming for that league background, the inside ball, we spoke about it earlier. With that ageing back row there, there's Sam Dart. The Greens looking to exploit some lazy defenders on the inside and coming through. Yeah, that's a penalty, and that is in kicking distance, but they're going to take the quick tap through. Bright offloads now.
And they're under pressure.
Here they come out wide. Billy Freeman, is he over? Yes, he is. First try of the match. Billy Freeman, lovely work.
Yeah, really good work there by the Greens, keeping it alive. Quick tap, getting that defence scrambling. Good try.
Yeah, very good try, wasn't it?
Just having a good look there in the middle of the pitch there too. It looks, I was expecting it to be wet, but I know I saw Brett Sutherland and his and a few of the Hawks boys on Monday morning when that rain started. I think they were here at about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. They, I think the story goes they pulled the tarp off Bubba's house, and and then Bubba was more or less forced to have to start his renovations as of this week, demolishing their house the very next day.
Yeah, definitely a lot of rumours flying around with Scott Coleman. Rumour is he started the house because the contract he got to come back to the Hawks has allowed him the cash flow to do it.
Yes, well, I've started a new job this year, and I'm working with Elders Insurance. And
good plug.
And I'm working for Brett Sutherland. It's interesting. I've learned a few things this year, and one of them was we always thought over at the Greens that Bubba was the big recruiter.
Here we go. Oh, that's a lovely kick. Sam Bright in career best form. The fly half.
But it turns out that Sutho's got a beautiful soprano voice and was once wanted to be a.k.a. Pavarotti.
Well, Pavarotti's a tenor for starters.
Well, Sutho's a soprano, beautiful soprano voice, does a lot of singing around the office, and recruits for the...
Well, that comes down. Sorry to cut you off there, Tim. The story was taking a little bit too long for our viewers out there.
Yeah. Well, let me just say...
I want you to keep your job as well, and they're doing a job now, the Hawks,
We'll come back to it.
Trying to fight back. They pick and drive. And this is where they're dangerous, when they build momentum, the Hawks. And they're very good. The Greens will have to...
keep working that 15-metre channel.
Yeah, step up and really switch on. They're making easy meters now as they are quite content to keep it in the forwards. Here's Maxwell. Nice tackle there by McCulloch as he takes him down, and Lamont was looking for support, but he goes himself instead. And now they're into the 22, the Hawks.
Yeah, and Carlton defended really well there.
And this is beautiful work by the Hawks too. This is the 8th phase.
If you want to keep picking and driving that 15 channel, it's about trying to exploit the defence there.
So penalty now.
And to be able to
Dane Sherritt, this is in kicking distance for him too. He has got a super boot, the South African. It'll be interesting to see what decision they take here. They're going to go for touch. So they're going to set up for the driving maul, and very good exponents of it.
Well, no doubt they've been working on the rolling maul too. Bubba loves his set pieces. They've got a big physical forward pack, a lot of experience. This will be interesting.
So Chris Ale, and that's well executed as they come down now and they set up now, looking to drive on the Hamilton Hawks. You can see the Greens, they're going to struggle to hold this up as they come. And now it collapses, so well done there by the Greens off their own line.
Yeah, really strong defence there by the Greens. See Smiles in there working hard.
Now calling for it is Sherritt. There's trouble. Oh. Little short ball to Kilmurray, almost getting through the hole. It closed up on him though. Sherritt comes around. Backridge calling for it. And again, they'll be happy. They go in behind that time to Lamont. Lamont turns, spins. Backridge was the intended target. And now they'll be happy to pick and drive here. You'd think the Hawks, it was working really well for them. They go again.
Well, they're close.
They're very close, less than half a metre. Now they go wide. Sherritt with the inside ball. Doesn't give it. Should have given it. Might not have to give it. Is he over the line? No, he's not. He's got to be very close on that far side.
Another great example of the Greens' defence there on their line.
Well, they get under again as the Hawks, they go over. There's one. Now calling forward is Sherritt coming around. Vasagotti injects himself. Oh, desperation. Sam Bright.
Great tackle by Brighty. Hawks still with it.
They're still going now, the Hawks. Here's Ale. This will be hard to stop. They get under him. Well done. The Greens winger, Ethan Fowles, showing great strength there. And now Sherritt, not much to work with, and that is very good stuff there by the Merewether Carlton side. It was ominous.
It was. Coaches would be very, very happy with that. It's signs of a good team. This will be another good contest here. See if the Greens can hold out. I'm sure the Hawks will go for a shove here. Yeah, really good defence across the park there. Back's doing their bit, forwards doing their bit.
Yeah, 5 metres out though, as you said. It is a danger time for this Merewether Carlton scrum.
Travis Salisbury would have been there this week. No doubt they would have worked on a shove.
The fisherman.
The fisherman. He might be out. The seas have died down, but I'm sure he's here somewhere. If not, he'd be at home watching Bar TV.
Yeah, he's a big fan of what we do. The big man, Travis. Of course, former Wildfire.
Yeah, great player, Travis.
Playing, I think, over 200 first grade games maybe for the Hawks as well.
We went out to Warren this year with the Wildfires team for the country.
Oh, he's a Warren boy too, isn't he?
He's a Warren boy, yeah. They brought out the parade for him. Had some locals sitting on bales of hay.
Bit of backslapping as we get back to the action now, and it's a Hawks feed. So as they try and put the shove on now, the ball has to come out, and it does. Picked up off the back by Coupe, and Bright with some heavy defence there as well. Now they're looking for Sherritt. Sherritt running across field, in behind to Brown. Brown, he's absolutely crunched there.
Who was that? Was that Smiles?
It was Big
again?
Smiler, yeah. As they go back
game.
to the right and stepping inside, and they cut down again. So the Hawks looking a little one-dimensional here. Now Ackersdyke, his first touch of the game.
Yeah, I think they've got to start straightening it up there in that attack in the back line. They seem to be just crabbing a bit.
And Vasagotti taking some pressure on the far side. No, he's coming around, sorry. Now they've worked the short side again, the Hawks. So Merewether Carlton, they're soaking up the pressure. They lead 7-0. Almost getting a foot on the ball. And now they go wide to Sherritt. This will be trouble. Lamont, short ball. Setting it up midfield. Sherritt comes around, calls for it, gets the ball. Now they go wide. Vasagotti, he's going to go over, is he? No, he's not. Almost through the gap there, ankle tapped. Last ditch effort. Yeah. Now they pick and drive. They're going to have to counter-ruck here, the Greens, and they go to Sherritt. Sherritt goes in front of Maxwell to Coupe. Coupe. He's held up.
Yeah, Joseph Crawford out there making that tackle. Joe's been a really good find for the club this year. He's a fantastic footballer. He's moved into the centres from the wing.
Brown has tackled there. Yeah, he's been a very good asset for this Merewether Carlton back line. Very quick, but now showing his worth in defence as well. Is he over there? No, held up, says Logan, so good work. We've got a little tweet in from Michael Davis watching in from Sydney.
Monkey. Hello, Monkey.
He's telling me to stop picking on you for your stories.
Yeah, I'd like to finish my story about Sutho, actually. Yeah, it's not true about Bubba being the big recruiter. It's actually Sutho who recruits for the choir with the Catholic Brothers Choir. Sutho's actually the captain of the choir, church choir, and it's a prerequisite for anybody who comes to the Hawks that they have to also sing in the choir.
Well, a good, strong Catholic club, the Hamilton side, traditional roots.
They are.
Steeped in Catholicism.
Yep, and Merewether, very much Anglo-Saxon, the Church of England, Anglican.
I was going to say alcoholism, but
a little bit of that.
This is a good scrum here by the Hawks. As it twists, it turns, and the Greens somehow dive on. I think it was Billy Freeman who dived on it there.
It was too.
He's having a massive game, the breakaway. Now they go wide.
And just
Jerome Wilson with the little dummy there, and he'll set up the play.
Just another opportunity for the
A lovely kick by Eli McCulloch.
Loss there, and they've got to start capitalising on this.
Bainavalu, as you said, yeah, they do have to capitalise on the possession. Merewether Carlton starved at the moment. Only had the 2 real opportunities in the match and scoring once from it. And now the Hawks will drive it forward.
Well, the Carlton boys are going to need their fitness because they're doing a lot of defence, and that's going to sap their energy.
Well, Kilmurray, he goes wide to Sherrod, who steps. Little tweet in from John Fordham as well, enjoying the coverage. Big Green supporter.
He is, Fordo, yeah, another Green man. Played back in the day with Michael Davis's old man.
Well, let's get back to the action here as Gacker's Dyke gets through.
A good run. Again, Hawks down here. They've got to start
good defence there. McCulloch, and now turning the ball over to Dunn. Up to the 40. Now McCulloch searches for the ball, finds Strawn. Strawn passes to Bright. There's trouble out wide. Fowles lands on his chest, and he's got Ale for pace, and coming across is Kilmurray, and good work there, and he's a little bit isolated there, and the ball goes out, but great enterprising counter-attacking play there by the Greens. They can light it up from anywhere in the park, Tim.
Yeah, it was really good. Good to see Strawny back into the line there. I mean, he's been quiet, but in saying that, they haven't had any ball. So
I'm surprised he passed it.
Yeah. Well,
he's a brilliant runner of the ball, and that's the situation where he normally shines. Broken play, but now the Hawks make easy account of that line out.
I think that's one of the Carlton strengths this year, is they're not reliant too much on one person. It's a very complete team.
Sherrod, he'll go sideways, and again McNeil, he's straightening the play, but the Hawks, they look really disjointed coming out of their own half at the moment. The best they've looked is when they picked and drive, and there's a little bit of a scuffle out there.
Bit of feeling. Obviously,
drop ball, and Logan will have a chat.
Hawks will be starting to get a bit frustrated. Lots of ball, lots of possession, lots of field position, and just can't capitalise on it.
Let's hope sanity prevails out there and Snedden stays on the field. He's been playing really well this game, and they'll miss him if he does happen to.
Sneddo did a 10-week boxing course at the start of the year, so no doubt he's eager to show his wares. Very fit, Sneddo.
Yeah, he's very fit.
And playing good football, doing very well to hold his position with the depth that Carlton have got. Yeah,
very good, and, well, I'm not surprised. It's certainly good competition for front row spots in the Merewether Carlton club at the moment, which is something that they've certainly lacked over the years, I guess.
Yeah, some good boys coming through. Tom Newman asked me to make sure he gets a plug this morning. He's looking, reckons he's working on a six-pack. Yeah. I know he's working on a beard because it's out of control and it needs a trim, mate.
Well, the ball comes in off the top by the Hawks. Now Sherrod, he'll take them forward through Maxwell. Maxwell charges on the ball, the old bull. And now they go back towards the right, catching the Carlton side short. Vasagotti, he's taken down as the Greens slide across. Now Bakarich, he'll take the ball up, and a very good run. Underrated prop forward.
Feel the Carlton boys appealing to the referee there.
Yeah, inside, no look pass to Ackersdyke, and Ackersdyke drops the ball. Not expecting it, and probably not needed to be done there by Sherrod.
Yeah, another opportunity lost.
Yeah, the Hawks, they're threatening, but they just can't execute the last play, and they've certainly changed their structure over the last couple of weeks as well, so maybe it'll take them a couple of weeks to get involved in that with the change of coaches.
Yeah, and a hard week this week with the rain. Rain for 4 days in Newcastle. It was good rain. All the grounds were closed, so teams haven't been able to train.
The only people complaining were the farmers.
Not getting up far enough up the valley. I know they got about just over an inch in Singleton. They needed that rain up there, but not enough up. It needs to go further.
Yeah, lucky to get the games on, so testament to everyone involved for helping look after the grounds all around town this week. As inside ball and Smith goes without it. In front of the ball, yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Had to dive on it, but unfortunately that is in front of the sticks, and you'd think they'll take the 3 here, the Hawks, as they've struggled to get the points.
Well, you'd think so. Slow it down, take the 3, get your breath, have a chat, sort out a few of the little problems.
Well, I think it's a testament to the Merewether Carlton defence that they're going for goal here, and it's an easy right in front of the sticks. Shouldn't be a problem for Sherritt.
Yeah, I mean, not taking that kick before, it's, it could have been 6. I think they've missed 2 opportunities where they could have taken points, Hawks, and this is probably the right thing to do.
So in front of the sticks is Sherritt. Coming over from the Waratahs club. He's fitted in nicely.
Yeah,
different backline to what he's used to with Carl Manu, so certainly he's had to change the way he plays this year. He's become a more dominant fly half, and he strikes that ball, and the flags go up.
Penalty goal successful by Dave Sherritt. Makes the score to Hamilton 3, Merewether Carlton 7.
So 7-3 is the score here. We've had about 28 minutes down in the half, so still plenty of time.
I really like this Carlton kickstart, like the way they've got their line set.
That's a lovely high kick by Bright, coming down and taken nicely in the end, but driven back over the 22. Good chase, good rugby, and that's a very good clean out, and the Greens have turned it over. As they get up to the 10 to Villamus, he's held up, so we have to get rid of the ball here. And they do as they get to ground. Looking for the short ball there. Robinson was outside, and the Greens attack now through Smiler, who pops the ball up. Here he is again, Robinson. Here's Billy Dunn. They go behind him to Snedden, and Snedden with a good run. Good aggressive run. And the Hamilton Hawks, they certainly look like they jumped the gun there. Sam Dart taking the ball.
Yeah,
and that's a penalty there. Yeah, advantage was played. They were all offside, but not rolling away is the call. So the penalty had to come at some stage, and you'd think in front of the sticks, Bright will return serve right here, Tim.
Yeah, Stam stepped up. He wants the ball, and they'd be silly not to take the points. Hawks have had a lot of possession, and no doubt at some point that line may break.
Yeah, definitely the option is the penalty goal here. I know in the past, we saw the first try led to a quick tap, but the game has slowed down, and Sam Bright, very good temperament on his head.
Yeah, both teams defending really well. So the game is always going to be a cracker. It's great to see that the sun's out and the field's dry, when we get a good indication of both teams.
So Bright hits that, and the flags go up. So the score now moves 10 points to 3, and Merewether Carlton hit back and extend their lead again.
So Pete Backerich turns 30 today. He's got his 30th tonight. Was supposed to be at the Edwards Bar, but that burnt down this week.
Shout out to Chris and the boys out there. That's a sad bit of news, and that's a lovely kickoff there. Comes down, Bain Avalu. Smiler.
And a great
plucks it out of nowhere. And there he is again, Billy Freeman. He's picked up and dealt with, but he'll get up. He's a tough character, and Snedden, he knows only one way at the moment, that's forward as he drives towards halfway.
Yeah, great run, really good footy.
Here's Smiler again, looking to offload, but decides against it with Billy Dunn, the little engine that could, as we call him here on Bar TV Sports, and McNeil lets it bounce and clutches for the ball, and that's a good kick chase again, led by Billy Freeman. Short side play was on. Church.
Oh, beautiful run.
Goes up the field, yeah, lovely work, and up towards halfway, and over halfway as Backridge joins on. It's a maul, the maul's called. Fowles doing well, holding it up at the Hamilton side. Advance up the field, and that's a penalty.
Really good work there by the Hamilton boys driving that forward, but really good work from Fowlesy there holding it up.
And Fowles having a little bit of a push and shove as well, the young.
Got his father's temperament.
The young buck, he's certainly plays above his years. And not finding much distance with that one, the Hawks, but they'll have a good chance now to attack and try and square up this match.
Must win this line out, the Hawks. Really important line out this.
Yeah, everyone in, and that's a very good line out as they maul up the field again. And that is a truck and trail, Tim, and Merewether Carlton get away with that one. And again, the execution not quite there for the Hawks.
No, new rule this year. And that might have been an old head.
New law.
New law.
For our rugby purists out there. So scrum, the Merewether Carlton scrum, I'm quite surprised that it's held up pretty well here. I thought definitely one area that they could have attacked, the Hamilton Hawks.
I spoke to Roachy the other week about it, and I know they've been doing up to 25 minutes a session on their scrum, and you can see that it's improved dramatically. Steve Bretto's been helping out in that space too, but no doubt Concy's.
Well, Crawford stepping off his right, it's going up the field. Oh, lovely inside ball, can't go with it though.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a really good passage of football.
Yeah, he's very good and he's electric, isn't he? He's fast, he's strong.
Yeah, he's been a great find for the Greens. Long hair.
Scored some very good long-range tries as well. I thought he was away then, but in any case, he was pulled down and Tom Smith dropping the ball.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that, Tom. We can see Strawny's into the line here.
He's really grown into the inside centre role though, Tom Smith. They tried him at fly half and probably later on in his career that's where he'll end up, but certainly he's playing as a second 5'8".
Yeah, I think he's well suited there at the 12.
It's the different, I guess, styles of the Hamilton Hawks. Paddy Kilmurray, traditionally the old school up the middle inside centre.
One of his great attributes is his defence.
Now they go to Crawford again, going wide to Strawn, can't go with it, picking up off the floor, and that's a penalty. He was in front of him and well picked up there by Logan, and the back chat continues for the Greens, and that is something the coaches will not be very happy with because they have had a very disciplined season thus far.
Well, look, all the referees this year have taken a bit of a hard line with everything, and there's just no need for chatter, and that's the second time, and they just need to cut it out.
Yeah, definitely, and now putting themselves under all sorts of pressure, the Greens, as the Hawks looking to attack the line again. 10-3 is the score. Going to the back this time, Ackersdyke gets up nicely.
Great line out. Somebody taking off
Billy Freeman or Sam Dart, sorry.
Darty.
Getting in there, and as they maul forward, Ackersdyke goes towards the line.
Great tackle by Darty.
Now they turn the ball over. Bright now, they'll tack off their own line. They'll go from anywhere, the Greens, as Crawford is pulled down. There's trouble to the left, and they turn the ball over. This will be a try.
Wow.
Chris Ale goes over. I wouldn't say it was against the run of play, but didn't deserve or didn't have any right to score that try, but he did. He does it all the time and goes over for another try in the 2018 season.
Just a good example of how strong both teams are over the ball. Carlton turning that ball over there, and then the Hawks coming back and taking it straight back. Carlton's defence has been fantastic, and that's the first time it's cracked. But no doubt, you apply that much pressure at some point, you're going to have to concede points against an opposition this good.
Yeah, certainly, and we see the celebrations from a jubilant Hamilton side. They've had all the ball in this half as they started a little bit slowly, but they've certainly played their way into the game, and then it was similar to last week as well.
Yeah, they look fit, they look well. They're moving the ball well, recycling well, their set pieces looking good. Should be a great second half. Carlton haven't had much ball yet, and I'm sure
adds to that.
I'm sure at half time coaches will be talking about getting that ball and keeping it, Carlton getting into their rhythm, getting into their phases, and then using their width. They've got a lot of strike power out there, and they haven't probably used it as well as what they could have.
So Bright with the restart, his third of the day. They'll be unhappy with that. They showed Good effort, good steal, the Greens, and now it's 10 apiece.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's
there.
a good deep kick. Good option is forcing the Hawks side to play off their own line. They go deep through Sherritt. Very good kick as McCulloch looks to go quick, and he does. Good long ball to Strawn.
Great
and
pass.
Now the chase is there from the Hawks as Strawn tries to get away. He's isolated. And the Hawks counter-ruck, and they may have come up with a turnover here, the Hamilton side. Oh, very good as they flood the breakdown. Now Hamilton. Of course, the big test match on tonight as well.
Yeah, we're sport for sport at the minute. Great. Watched the Soccer World Cup. Girls' League was on last night. I got to watch the back end of that once Christine went to bed.
And of course, Bar TV Sports doing the New South Wales Queensland touch football pre-game.
Yeah, you guys
out at North Sydney Oval. And of course, we've got a big weekend of sport as well.
Yeah, so it's good. We got State of Origin tomorrow, which is will be interesting. Sunday State of Origin.
I don't mind the hangover Thursday. Mondays, I'm not too sure about though, Tim.
I like to start fresh Monday. Jade Roach has always been a Beaches Hotel Sunday man, not me though.
No. So it'll be a Hamilton scrum.
Interesting here. Got a bit
45
of a
out. So not long to go in the half. Logan just checks his watch there.
All the Hawks boys, arms up into the sun.
Yes. And
saluting.
It's a lovely day here. There's no wind around, and that's a penalty. So the Greens go down. Villamus. Or Snedden's the man that's penalised.
A couple of times that side's come down in the scrum, so obviously Logan's had a chat to them maybe.
Yeah, he's a very good scrummager, Backerich. I know he's not the biggest prop forward in the comp, but he gets right under and makes it very hard.
Well, it'll be interesting tonight to see whether he takes his 30th to the Sydney Junction Hotel. There was some rumours floating around that maybe somebody from the Sydney Junction had a bit of arson, a bit upset that one of the Hawks didn't take his 30th to the sponsors.
Oh, a little bit of turmoil.
I think they've had Derek MacArthur on the job looking into it.
As we go now to the line out, they go to the back again, and again it's perfectly executed as Coupe comes off a nice set play.
Yeah, great run.
As he goes forward, he's still going, the Belgian. Now they go to Sherritt, they're stretched wide, and they go with the inside ball to Kilmurray. I thought if they had gone any further, it was certainly danger times for the Greens. And now Hamilton, they want to try before half-time. They've certainly had the majority of possession here tonight.
Carlton again on their line, defending.
Oh, lovely long ball now to Max. Oh, that is the hit of the day. Perhaps the hit of the year.
I think that was Sam Dart, was it?
No, it was Smiler coming out of the line, and that's a penalty. I can't believe it.
Yeah, great shot.
That is as good as you'll see, as we'll get the back end of it.
Smiler's having a big game today. He's been involved in a lot of things. Good carries, couple of line breaks, good offloads, big shots. He's another great find for the Greens.
Yeah, and it's a penalty. It's a shame they've given that penalty away because it was all systems go.
And I can hear Doug Murray's voice over there bellowing. Obviously has something to say about that penalty.
So no mistake of it there, and that goes up.
Successful penalty takes the score at half-time to Hamilton 13. Merewether Carlton 10.
So that'll be half-time as both sides go to their respected coaches. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action. Well, welcome back, everybody, as we come back to you with all the action here on Bar TV Sports. Of course, if you do want to get involved and grow the game and contact us at Bar TV Sports, of course, like our Facebook page, subscribe to the website, and of course our YouTube, Twitter channels. We've even got Instagram. Tim Partridge, I know you're a big fan of the gram.
Well, I am. I love Instagram. I do. I actually must say I'm a bit more of a Facebook man.
Yeah, certainly, but it's been a very good game. We're just talking off air. It's been close, it's been tight. Hamilton with all the opportunities, really, and the Greens making the most of, I guess, their scarce opportunities. So certainly the forwards from Hamilton, they're picking, they're driving, and that's really been the dominant factor here.
Yeah, it has. Look, they've looked good with the ball, Hamilton. They haven't been able to just to finish it off, but that's more so because of Carlton's defence. But Carlton need to hold the ball, and they've got to start playing up into a bit of field position, getting up into that 20, 30, and then start holding the ball, recycling, and starting to use that width. They've got strike power out there. Strawn has hardly had any touches of the ball, and he's key to be able to bring him into that back line to chime in, to try and break that line. But Carlton need to start stepping it up and hold on to that ball when they get it. But full credit to the Hawks. They've played smart, and it's going to be a cracking second half. Looking forward to it.
And, of course, we're worldwide here on Bar TV Sports. Tony Munro holidaying in Hawaii at the moment. He's tweeted us in. He's interested in the scores, as Gerard Weaver's parents over in Wales. So certainly reaching far and wide on the coverage here today. And of course we're live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter.
I'd say Brett, I'd be over there in Wales somewhere having a look at this game. Yeah, g'day Munza over in Hawaii.
Yeah, Steve Barretto over in Ireland. Of course, plenty of Hamilton Hawks old boys doing great work with their Hawkeye newsletter as well.
I'd say Munza would be over there just getting a couple of waves at Cloudbreak, I'd say.
Well, that's Tahiti, Tim.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
There you are, mate. I only know one break. It's the cliff.
Yeah, here we go. Timmy from the cliff. For our viewers that don't know what Tim's talking about, I don't quite either, but we're back to the action here. The score, 13-10. And we're joined by Tim Partridge, the Newcastle Colts coach, and indeed helping out around the Carlton side and indeed around the Valley as well, I believe.
Yeah, just getting a text there from Stu Pinkerton, just wanting the score update. No doubt he's over there watching Wanderers. Wanderers have, is it Maitland today?
Yeah, it's Wanderers Maitland over there, so still score updates. Southern Beach is in control against Singleton, and Nelson Bay, Lake Macquarie was tied at half-time, but we'll see how that ends up as well. On Bar TV Sports, of course, all our matches on delay after our feature match here today, which is the Hamilton Hawks taking on Merewether Carlton. The score is 13-10. It'll be Dane Sherritt with the ball. Hamilton running left to right to start the second half. Logan checking with Strawn to see if everything's ready to go.
Carlton into the sun. This will be an interesting second half.
Be a good kick-off here by Sherritt, and here we go. The second half is underway. Oh, taken out there. That's got to be a penalty, I think, Tim. And, yeah, Logan quick to blow the whistle there. Taken out off the kick-off.
And maybe lucky not to be a yellow card there. They were early in the year. They were happy to give the yellow cards out. They seem to have put them away a little bit now.
Yeah, I think after sharing the commentary box with your brother and the verbal lashing he gave a couple of the referees, they may have put the cards away, which is a good thing. The game's really flowing at the moment, and this second part of the season, we're looking forward to it on Bar TV Sports. So the Greens come up with it, and that is called not straight. So they had the opportunity there to really start fresh in this second half and hit back, but unfortunately the execution by Dunn wasn't quite there.
Yeah, a couple of errors to start, back into set pieces. Hawks need a good scrum here. This will be interesting to see if they hold it or if they get out of town. Not a bad scrum, but going down again by the looks of it. And down they go.
Yeah, nice kick downfield over the head of Strawn. He's touched the ball, so...
Yeah, nice and casual. Strawny onto the ball. No urgency.
Fowles under a little bit of pressure there by the chase coming through, and they'll get the ball. McNeil well positioned. He always is. That's been taken back. Says the touch judge there, Rob Delbo. Former Merewether Carlton player, but certainly doesn't give the side any favours.
Yeah, Rob had the second grade game today. Really good second grade game today. Very good contest. Carlton's thirds going down today, their first loss of the year.
Yeah, so it's been an even day here for both sides. This one, of course, Merewether Carlton holders of the Hawthorn Cup as well. So that comes off the top. Ackersdyke, he'll go through the middle, almost getting away from the opposition there. And now here they come in force. Really blitzing now, aren't they, the Hawks?
They are, and really good six-ball there. They keep winning. I'm surprised Carlton haven't adjusted to that and tried to put some pressure on it.
Yeah, nice pressure there. Again by the Carlton side. It's their defence really keeping in this. So Eli McCulloch with the ball there, 15 metres out. And they have to really work to get up the other end. Here the green side.
Strawny set wide. It'll be interesting to see if they try and get around the edge there.
There's a very short side. I don't think they'll try that play again. Oh, this is a good scrum by the Hawks. McCulloch has to dig for it. It comes out, spits out. The ball stays in.
Carlton scrum under pressure.
Somehow the Greens have come up with it. Now they'll have to work the ball out. They need a couple of cool heads here and a couple of good forward runs. And there's the man to do it. Jerome Wilson wrestled to the ground. He's slammed down, and well done by Snedden, picking and driving. He's almost been their best out there today, Snedden.
Yeah, Carlton missed opportunity there.
That one comes back and not the best. Oh, Bright taken late by Bakarich. Yep, he's going to get the penalty, and that's well deserved. Bakarich is saying, I don't know what I did. Well, everyone else in the crowd knows what you did, and you might get a little talking to here as Lamont comes out, and he's told to go back, and the two captains are going to have a bit of a chat.
Yeah, it's you might get the yellow card here.
No, I don't think it'll be the yellow card, but certainly it's one last chance.
Well, I think it's because it's his birthday. Probably let him off.
It's also Merewether Carlton coach's birthday, Mick Gill.
It is.
And, of course, his brother getting named in that Australian schoolboys coaching staff as well. Former Merewether Carlton player himself.
Yeah,
Brad Gill.
I caught up with him, had a couple of beers with him down at Michael Davis' place there last year. We had a little working bee.
And here we go now back as Bright gets the ball downfield, and there's been a bit of a drama, I guess, with the throws and the line out, so they really have to get this right now, the Greens. They're looking for that quick play again, slowed down, and that's better work there by Dunn. Now Bright goes, attacks the line.
Yeah, good straight run.
Yeah, lovely run.
And this is what Carlton need, a bit of phase footy, getting those straight runners through the line.
That's Robinson taking a hit up now. McCulloch with quick ball. Snedden doesn't make any yards that time, but sets the ball up nicely. Oh, the Hawks are all offside. There's now Smith. He straightens up. McCulloch looking for the quick ball again. Dart with a nice ball. Freeman, we know he's quick. Inside ball to Bright. Over the top. Oh, McNeil comes up with a steal. Somehow it was dangerous there. We know Bright can pick out a try, sniff out a try, but that time the ball not necessarily needed to be popped there, Tim.
No, a lot of good work there. They've got a penalty.
Yeah, penalty, so they'll get piggybacked up the field.
It's the little things in games like these that make the difference. And I just saw Freeman there just work really hard at setting back into that line. And as soon as he got set into that line, the ball came to him. He made a break, made an offload. They're the differences in games. Really, really good footy.
Yeah, he's tireless, isn't he? He almost reminds me a little bit of Adam Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan, another great football, another great Carlton breakaway for years. Came back last year out of retirement with a bad knee.
So coming in now to Kilmurray. Kilmurray straightens, and that's a good run by the inside centre.
Great run, good work.
Now looking for the short side, and Ale is there. Noah Church goes himself and gets over halfway.
Great run.
Can he find support? He can. And Ale, he'll be hard to put down. He always is. Little head clash there. The Schmouder comes out now. Here's Kilmurray, yeah. It's the winger. Schmouder. Well, there was a head clash, but
he's right. He's up.
Ale gets up as well, and now Sherritt with that long ball again. Bainavalu. He'll get driven back.
Really good physical game here today.
Yeah, there's been some mammoth hits out there, and of course all the highlights are that almost
Darty
drew a penalty. Yeah, nice,
right.
Nice read by Dart though. As they work the short side again, the Hawks. They go to Brown.
And looking fit, Darty. He's been overseas. He's only 3 weeks back, but looking very fit. I'm not sure.
Oh, that one pops out. This is going to be trouble. Smiler gets back. Oh, that is a beautiful palm. 2 in a row. 3 in a row. As they go forward now, the Greens. Snedden backing up well. He's lost the ball, though.
Yeah, awkward.
First blemish of the day, and it was a good run by Smiler, wasn't it?
Great run. Yeah, that's a shame. Carlton again.
So they go short side again. This time, Vasagotti. Always dangerous with ball in hand. Now they go wide. Sherritt standing flat. Bakarich running on it. Lovely angle there. Getting them over the 22 now.
Yeah, that's a fantastic run. Still going.
He's held up by Jerome Wilson, but now he's taken the ground. Wilson's going to have to roll away. I don't think he can, but it doesn't matter. Logan's seen it the other way, so
wow. Nice
work there by Jerome Wilson. I thought potentially he was the man that was going to be penalised there, Tim.
Yeah, I think Hawks a bit unlucky there from where we're sitting anyway, but he's down over the ball. Maybe he's seeing something we aren't. Oh, I've just saw a little child get coat hanging here by the fence that the Hawks have got up.
Of course, for those interested in Pony Boys on Bar TV Sports, the Tats Tiara just about to jump. So we don't mind if you turn the wireless on while you're listening to our dulcet tones here, Tim.
Always love listening to the races on the radio. It's my favourite way to punt.
Well, here comes McCulloch now, the Greens. The last scrum. Not their best effort.
No, the scrum's gone to pieces. We see it's collapsed again there on this side. Wow.
Oh, they've drawn the penalty, so that's a massive let-off there. The score 13-10. So the Greens just holding on here, and we've seen over the past few seasons they're a side that never says die. But Hamilton, they can build, and they just seem to hit you, and then they can run away with it at the blink of an eye. So the Greens still in this.
Yeah, I can see Nick Sikiotis on the sideline there having a bit of a chat with Adam Tripaz. He might be getting ready to come on. Lockie Miller.
James Appy's down there, is he as well?
Appy.
Oh, that's off the top. Lovely work. So here they go. Now the Greens bright, playing with caution, kicking downfield. McNeil does well, and he might return the serve. No, he doesn't. He takes the line on and gets them over halfway. That's a good run, and the Greens are going to be under pressure again here. And you can see Sherritt out there. He's a very good organiser.
Oh, well taken there behind.
Yeah, it was Lamont on the far side. Turns the ball back in. Had to throw it.
Good strong defence by...
Yeah, nice work by Coupe as well. The run, getting them over halfway. In behind now. Brown shapes to kick, and he's driven back, and good defence by the Greens.
Yeah, and strong over the ball there too. Good support by the Hawks.
Backridge goes to the right. Bainavalu has a bit of space, couldn't link up. Sherritt was on his outside and coming through there.
Yeah, and I thought that's a deserving penalty.
Yeah, maybe. And Maxwell, he'll charge onto it as he always does, and no caution for his body. Here's Ale trying to get over the halfway here, the Hawks, but they're just struggling at the moment with a bit of organisation. Now Sherritt has the ball, and he'll throw that long ball again. Lamont out on the wing. Oh, that's a beautiful clean out there at the breakdown by the Hawks, and a crossfield kick there.
Yeah, they've had it for a lot of passages and haven't made any ground there.
Yeah, Schmouder now, he'll set up, he'll link up. Oh, that's a lovely hit. It was Kilmurray in the middle of the park. It was a good run too, good counter-attack, and here's Snedden. Snedden with a pass. Trying to get the ball away was Smiler. Smiler down the touchline. Gets it back inside to Snedden. Snedden's isolated. Smith has to get over the ball. And he does just that now. Bright calling for it. The Hawks, they're up quick.
And good carry by Bright. That was the right decision there.
Here's Strawn looking to start something, looking to spark it up for them.
And good run there coming in, helping their forwards. Their forwards have done a lot of work. Back's just taken 2 balls forward for them.
And Jerome Wilson now. Yeah, as you said, very good work, and tough player is Strawn. Oh, that's a lovely ball to Dart. He's pulled down. The Greens are attacking. They pick, they drive.
Great run by Darty.
And that's going to be called a knock on there, and they take it quick. As the advantage is played, and Bainavalu turned back on the inside. They're counter-attacking. Oh, that's a lovely hit as well. Now they go to the left. Sherritt dancing. Good footwork there. The Greens were so close. Box kick there by Church. Nothing happening. The winger was up.
Ooh.
Bounces over the top. Lamont can't get a hand to it either, but the Hawks come up with it.
Yeah, lucky bounce there for the Hawks.
Now the ball thrown out wide, and Maxwell, he'll go forward. He only knows one way and ducks his head down. Former Reds Academy player.
He's carried well today for the Hawks.
Hale turned on the inside, as is this man, but that's a lovely tackle around the bootlaces, and he gets back up, didn't release the ball.
Oh, he's
lost the ball anyway, so gets away with that one.
It's unfortunate for him. He's having a big game today, Al.
Yeah, he's been playing down in the Shoot Shield the past couple of seasons, and there's an article in the Newcastle Herald about him during the week, and certainly enjoying his time back at the Hawks. Of course, the affiliation there with Scott Coleman's brother down at Warringah, and of course East before that as well.
Yeah, I see they've been playing him a little bit wide today, running him out in that second.
Yeah, that's generally where he does play, and he scores a lot of tries out there, not only from backing up, but definitely from running over people as well, as you can tell by
it'd be a handful.
His body shape.
Yeah, it'd be very hard to put down all day long, but that's what Carlton's backs do.
So here comes Bright taking on the line. Oh, inside. Ball was on, but Bright drifted across, and that's a knock on. So the Greens trying a little bit there, but maybe just trying a little bit too much, Tim.
Yeah, maybe. Hawks' defence is really good coming up off the line. Well, they might have a little bit of talk there, which is getting Brighty or them to have a look and just put them in 2 minds. So whatever they're doing out there, it's working for them.
Well, it was a better scrum as well by the Greens.
Yeah, they've fixed that up, which is what you do when you're going backwards. You talk about it, figure out what the problems are. Might be just little things, adjust the feet. Get your back through to make sure they're scrummaging the whole time. For those props, you've got to make sure they hold this up.
Prompt response. The winner of the Tats Tiara, last Group 1 of the summer. So another excellent tip by Pony Boys, getting that one over. As they go forward here, the Hawks. Oh, good clean out there. The Greens may have forced the turnover. No, the ball comes out the back for the Hawks, and Ackersdyke standing in at half, and Sherritt reaches for the ball, turns Kilmurray on the inside, and he'll go across, and Jerome Wilson comes across in cover. Now Sherritt looking, he's dropped the ball cold, had a massive look there at the Greens defence, but it's going to be a penalty advantage.
Yeah, I think that's his first mistake today. He's having a really good game today.
Yeah, he likes getting his hands on the ball. He's a dominant fly half and really guides his side around the field. As they kick now for touch. Not finding touch. Oh, this is going to be trouble. Almost getting on the ball there. Vasagotti. And now, that's a lovely kick as McNeil comes back. Bainavalu is there to help, but the ball up towards halfway with no angle to work on, and the Merewether Carlton crowd here really loving the play. Oh, Rob Delbo's giving him an extra 10 there.
Where I was sitting, that's where I thought it was too. Actually, it was a fantastic kick. Really good work there by the Greens to be able to keep that ball in. and also under pressure, collected, ran, kicked, halfway. Great footy.
So coming off the top, Kilmurray turning Brown on the inside. Brown skittles through them. Lovely run there by the outside centre. Good find. And now they go wide, and this will be trouble. Bainavalu in some space. Bainavalu, he's run down by Fowles, and Fowles, it's been a good battle on that far wing.
Yeah, and a few of the Green boys there,
they're starting to look a bit tired.
They are. They've been doing a lot of work. Inside
ball now to Kilmurray. It'll be interesting to see how the bench is used here. As Bakarich now throws the ball to Bainavalu, and he'll go forward.
We see it again there. The Greens slow to set their line.
Yeah, easy yards here by the Hawks, and they go forward. Oh, lively work by Fowles, picking his run, timing it to perfection. So puts the Hawks on the back foot. Now they'll pick and drive again.
Well, I thought that was
And here comes Bakarich again. And he's over. The prop forward scoring on his birthday.
Yeah, I think Carlton are going to have a bit of a think about this. There's lots of backs on the to the defence, and anytime you start to see numbers at the defence, it's always concerning.
Yeah, out on their feet at the moment, aren't they? The Greens, they've done a lot of defending.
And just good simple footy from the Hawks there, pick and drives. Really hard to defend, especially when you're tired. And this old pack, who are experienced and got plenty of size on their side, do it very, very well.
Yeah, Merewether Carlton, they've just been starved of the ball. Perfect game plan against a side like this. I think just keeping it tight with this Hamilton Hawks side, and they do it so well, even the interchanging and passing between the forwards as well. It's good to watch when it's on.
Yeah, the thing is, nobody's really pressured the Greens yet this year, and you're exactly right, Gareth. If you can starve the Greens of the ball and maintain possession, you will be a chance against them. This will be a good test for the Greens to see how mentally they react to this.
So Sherritt from the sideline. I've seen him with harder assignments, and if he can get this, it'll be a real bonus. It'll put them 10 points ahead.
Hawks
comes around, and it's waved away, so the score remains.
Hawks are setting early. They look like they want more footy, which is a good sign.
Yeah, 18-10 now the score. Still 20 minutes remaining, so plenty to play in the match. And we'll see probably these substitutions from the Carlton side. Yeah, fresh legs.
Locking Miller's on.
This one kicked deep, and Vasagotti's under it. Coupe comes back for it, putting a little jink in his run, and now he goes forward and he gets up to the 22. Good run, and they'll look for quick ball here as they go back to the left, and Sherritt, he's going to run the ball. Vasagotti with some space, and lovely palm by Vasagotti. Inside ball to Sherritt. Sherritt streaks away. Sherritt, has he got the speed? He's got Bakarich. He gets it inside, but the flag goes up.
Oh, wow. Geez, really
and
good.
Bakarich thinks he's over, but it was good footy all around. Great attacking play by the Hamilton Hawks, and equally great cover defence by Strawn.
Yeah, probably just could have. He shaped to give it and held it just for maybe 2 steps too far then, but really good.
Well, the pace of him surprised me. I didn't realise he had such a motor on him, the fly half, and that's a win to the Greens as Crawford reaches, goes back towards the forward. It was up above his head in the sun.
Yeah, Strawny there, really good defensive stuff too. Just didn't overplay it, made sure he showed him the sideline, shut down the inside option, and pressured at the right time. Really good defensive play from Strawny.
Yeah, nice work as they get some pressure relieved. Looks like Gareth Tilse may be warming up down there. There's been a replacement, Rockaboro, on the field now.
Yeah, he'll make a big impact. Huge human.
Yeah, big player. Plenty of experience. Age unknown. But he's timeless, and here he is now. That's going to be called a knock on, though, and it will be interesting to see how this scrum goes now, especially, I guess, with the bigger body of Rockaboro.
Well, this is where the fitness that you do all the hard work at the start of the year. This is where it starts to come in. It's games like these, the back end of the game when you're behind. You need to find that extra bit. Carlton here, I would imagine, are going to have a crack.
Yeah, they're set relatively deep. They look like the blind winger may come in for the run, but that's a very good scrum by the Hawks. There's a tight head and Coupe off the back. So they're going to struggle if they can't win at the set piece, the Greens. And now Sherrod, he goes wide. Brown, he feeds Bainavalu. Bainavalu, as Fowles comes across and makes good account of him again.
Yeah, fantastic scrum there by the Hawks.
They go behind Ackersdyke, and here's Coupe. Coupe sets it up. He's had a solid game.
Good clean out too.
They've been dominant at the breakdown, the Hawks. As I say that, they may have turned the ball over.
They have.
Yeah, lovely work by the Greens.
I'm not sure who that was, but it was really good work. They came.
Yeah, it was Snedden again. He's had a very good game. Only the one mistake here. Oh, that's a penalty. So in front of the sticks, you'd have to think points are on offer. They'll take them, Tim.
Yeah, they'll take the points now. They'll have another breather. Receive the ball again. Hawks, I mean, again, you talked about that set piece there before. Carlton with a great opportunity, but if you can't win your set piece, those opportunities aren't there. And I would say that would have been more of a concentration thing than anything, because they really got shoved there, and Carlton scrum's better than that.
Yeah, certainly, and fatigue certainly probably has set in, as well as James Appy. Looks like he's warming up as well. On the sideline, he's a very good prop forward. He's coming back from injury.
Yeah, the Carlton crowd just gone a bit quiet. I'm looking over. Jack Merlin's over there having a bit of a look up with Scotty. There's a good turnout here today.
Yeah, both sides, and indeed the Hamilton Hawks support on the sideline has grown over the years too, and they do a great job here with the sponsors, and as do most clubs.
Yeah, it's a real credit to the Hawks how they've...
Oh, that one, no mistake there. So, penalty goal to the Hawks. The 21-10 now the score.
Yeah, they've been a dominant club for the last few years. And, yeah, we talked about those, the young kids coming through at the minute. They'll be strong for years to come yet, as are all the three big clubs in town. All have done great work on the back of what would be, very good, committed committees.
And Bright, he goes deep this time. So Vasagotti, he'll come up with it. Coupe goes back again, almost identical to the play before. And he gets them to almost the same spot.
Yeah, so we'll just see the Carlton there with Freeman on before, where he'd be rushing up, shutting down that ball.
That's a beautiful kick and finds open space, splits everybody, and Fowles comes back. Now he'll find Strawn. Great kick chase as well by the Hawks, and Strawn's taken down, and that's how you've got to defend against him.
Yep.
McCulloch finds a bit of space, and Hilge wrapped up quickly.
Carlton again taking it a long time to get back into that line. Not sure if keeping that ball was the right option then.
So there's a change out there for the Carlton side, and they'll go forward. Popping the ball. Now Bright goes wide. Crawford steps off his left. Good run, straightening up. McCulloch. Now they look for Schmouty. He's very strong. He's big and tries to run over Vasagotti, but
good clean out.
Yeah, it's a lovely scrum, lovely clean out. And they turn the ball over the Hawks.
Well counter-rucked Hawks.
So on the fringes, the Greens, they played poorly at the breakdown. Really, the players have been left isolated on a number of occasions, and the ball's been turned over. Oh, Rockaboro. Oh, Crawford comes up and gives him a bit of a hit.
Just reminds him he's in the game.
I wouldn't say he had a look, but certainly uncharacteristic mistake there. Oh, what about that hit, Tim?
Great shot. Great shot. I'm not sure who that was, but it was a bell ringer. Bridie will remember that one.
I think Billy Dunn, the little engine that could, still keeps ticking over.
Yeah, he's great.
And Sam Dart, he'll go forward now. He knows when to lift his game, does Dart.
A great footballer, Billy Dunn. A lot of people over the years have questioned his size, but he'd be one of my first picked.
Yeah, definitely. He gives everything each week. He's passionate. Flicked out the back. Didn't need that. The Greens and Brown. He'll knock on, but referee Logan says it's going to be a green scrum, so they'll have to switch on here, the Carlton side.
Yeah, look, there's still plenty of time, and the worst thing they can start to do now is start to play silly football. Pushing silly passes, making good decisions at the back there. Logan just having a chat, and we've got to change up.
Yeah, Sneddon, he's had a very good game.
He's had a great game.
James Sneddon.
But it is a good change up.
Yeah, James Appy. He's a handful, though, in broken play, but Sneddon, he's been bending the line back all game, gets a round of applause from the crowd.
Yeah, Appy, very good footballer. I watched him this year in the...
He's dropped quite a bit of weight as well.
Oh, he did something against Wanderers. It was amazing. He put a big shot, forced a turnover, picked up a ball off the ground on the run, and then offloaded. Unbelievable football.
He's an athlete. Oh, good scrum, though, by the Hawks, and Smiler picks up off the back. Good awareness by the number 8. They get away with that one, the Greens. McCulloch under pressure. Dart has support on the outside. Will have to go to Bright. Bright turns back on the inside. Can he go all the way? Has he got the pace? Has he got the pace? Has he won? What a try by Sam Bright.
Yeah, great try. And Darty there getting through the line again. I know the coaches saw Darty last year was one of their best breakaways in the competition, and he's proved that today. 3 weeks back, late in the game, breaking the line, offloading to his 5'8". Fantastic football.
Lovely football, beautiful work, and I didn't think Bright had that pace, but he found another gear, didn't he? He
did the all that work in the solarium. I think the browner the skin, the quicker the man.
Well, it certainly was an awesome play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great lead-up work, and the Hamilton Hawks, I don't know what was going on defensively because there was nobody there.
It's interesting at the moment. Carlton scrums under pressure, and they needed something big to be able to give them a boost because the game was starting to slip away. And, I'm not sure. I'd like to have a look back at that, how they got through there. But
flags go up, so 20-21 the score. Or was it 17, sorry.
Greens still need another try, so this will make for a great last few minutes.
Yeah, 10 more minutes remaining in the match, so plenty to play. And the Greens, will their fitness overcome the tiring legs of the Hamilton Hawks side? They've done plenty of defending here, the Hawks. And Sherritt, that's a great kick into the sun. It's going to be hard.
Dart again.
He's really lifted his game, hasn't he? Billy Dunn now backing up. Quick tap taken. Coupe goes forward.
Backerich was strong over the ball there. Probably unlucky not to get that.
Well, they come up with a little knock on there. Picked up by Logan. Picked up by Rob Delbo on the touchline.
We'll see if Carlton can fix his scrum.
Yeah, they need to do something. James Appy. He's a known scrummager. So
he'll be enjoying the contest out there, no doubt.
It's been a very good battle, and Weaver, he's been down in second grade the majority of his time at the Hawks since he's come over, but certainly this year he's really picked up his scrummaging and set piece work and putting under pressure. Smiler's going to have to pick this up. Oh, he does somehow, but that's a penalty to the Greens.
Wow. Yeah, big let off there for the Greens.
Massive let off, as you mentioned. So the Hawks had the chance there to put some pressure back on the Merewether Carlton side.
And they'll get a good kick downtown, but it'll go back to a contest. So
kicked up towards the halfway. So Bright doing well, and Rob Delbo will say it's right on halfway.
crucial line out for the Greens.
I'd like to see Logan probably get a bit more space between the two sides in the set piece here. Oh, lovely pick off there by Ackersdyke. Now Sherritt, they'll counter here. The Hawks, they go to Brown. Brown very quick on the fringes. Here's Bainivalu. Bainivalu steps and again fouls. Wraps him up.
Yeah, they talk about the 5% in games and winning a set piece. Is
over the top, they spilled the ball here forward. So the Greens come up with it. They'll have to work the ball out of their own 22. Jerome Wilson does well.
Run. Good yards. And there's room out wide if Carlton can shift it.
Well, Strawn stepping back into the forwards and runs into two of the bigger men in Ale and Bakarich. Sam Bright wasn't going to throw that one. Going back, yeah, forward pass there. Bright, normally calm and cool, is the fly half, but he panicked there, Tim.
Yeah, and look, and they should have been shifting that ball a bit earlier, so I'm not sure if there's talk getting in, letting them know where the space is, but there's a couple of missed opportunities there. And Hawks come back with it for another crack at the line. Carlton defending again. Carlton attacking. Carlton's ball.
No, it's a Hamilton ball, Tim.
Hamilton ball. Sorry, I was just looking at the Carlton back line. They were set.
Yeah, they're set.
They were set as though they were going to receive.
Yeah, they're set. So we'll see what the scrum does here for the Hawks, and they just content to hold it up, and Coupe does some nice work at the back, and he'll break off now. He'll find Church, and McNeil runs that straight line again. Good clean out again by the Hawks is now Ackersdyke.
Done well today, Joe. Had a big game, carried well.
Here's Bakarich scoring a try, almost getting a double. Rockaboro, hard to put down, but he is, and they'll need quick ball. That ball coming unstuck, but Church, this is going to be trouble here. He's lifted, but they've taken the ball.
Yeah, good.
They got away with that.
Good clean out too. I'm not sure who that was, but that's a great clean out.
And now McCulloch, he'll go across field.
Yeah, good feet.
And find Cade Robinson. He's been solid today as well.
Yeah, one of Carlton's juniors is having a great
Coming
year.
back now to Bright. He would have had nightmares about that a few seasons ago. It's where he got charged down and Maitland winning the major semi-final in exactly the same spot.
And that off Brighty's left boot there.
Yeah, so he did well to get around, and the nightmares are relinquished for young Sam Bright. So they get the penalty as well.
He's got a great left boot there. I didn't realise he had such a big left boot on him.
Yeah, he kicks off both feet. He's a really talented player, and certainly doesn't like being called the veteran, but he is probably the veteran of the back line there.
Yeah.
And he's come a long, long way, and if you can pull a few seasons together, you certainly will go down as one of the great Carlton fly halves.
Yeah, I'm really happy for Sam to be able to cement his spot there at 5'8".
Of course, he's leading the point scoring as well in the comp.
Yeah, he's probably been unlucky the last few years not being able to have an opportunity there. And but he's most definitely proved himself this year, and giving coaches no reason to be able to put somebody else in there to do the job.
Well, he's the best man for the job, so scrum time again.
You can just see him out there talking. Yeah, it's all the little things.
Carlton looking to put some pressure on.
Yeah, and then just taking the foot off. Carlton got to stay in scrummage the whole time.
And there's been a replacement. I think Ivan Walkling's on the field for the Hawks in a halfback. Wasn't named, but one of the players that has come back to the club. Looking forward to the tutelage of Bubba Coleman. Now they go wide. Kilmurray, he'll straighten up and he'll get them towards the 40. And here's Sherritt again. Sherritt goes to McNeil. McNeil with a bit of space, finding Bainivalu. Bainivalu has to cut back in field. So Sherritt getting the ball again. He'll go flat to Bakarich. Bakarich uses a battering ram. Now they go in behind, and Kilmurray finds Ale. Oh, good Hit coming off the wing, Smouter.
Yeah, great shot.
He read it well.
He's been solid today.
Thought he may have gone off before, and now there's a lot of space. McNeil finding Rockaboro. Bainavalu streaks away. Bainavalu, he's caught by Fowles, but he goes over anyway.
Great tackle by Fowlesy, but there was room out there, and if they got that ball wide quickly, which they did, there was always going to be opportunity.
Yeah, good try to Bainavalu.
He did a great game today.
Wonderful strike rate by the winger.
Yeah.
Tries per match.
I've heard you call his name a lot, and as you would, you'd want to get the ball out to somebody.
Yeah, he's quick and just getting on the outside of Fowles that time. He did well, the young winger, but...
Yeah, it looks like he might have copped a little knock there too.
So 26-17 the score.
Hopefully it won't mess up his face. I know the boys are... Carlton boys have made the Rock Bar at King Street Hotel down there supporting Mo, former Green, making sure they're giving some of their disposable income.
So kick to come, and you think that's probably going to seal the game here at Passmore Oval.
Yeah, Carlton's
with a couple of minutes remaining, so it'll go down as you're about to say, Carlton's first loss of the season.
Yeah, and look, sometimes the loss can be good for a team who's been on the up.
Well, just missing with that one, but I tend to disagree with that. No one likes losing.
No, look, and I know that the boys came in confident. I know that talking to a couple of the coaches through the week.
Yeah, definitely the coaches, and I guess they underestimated probably the fitness of this Hamilton Hawks side, which I guess one legacy that Coach Clark probably left. He was very astute strength and conditioning trainer.
Yeah, I know they talked about that he was very good with that in that space.
A little kick over the top off the side of the boot, placed nicely for Fowles. So what can he do? He tries to get around, he does, and tries to get around Ackersdyke, bumps him off and taken down and halfway, and Ackersdyke gets over the ball. Now McCulloch spins around, and Bright almost getting them back in the match, got them within the grasp, but the class of the Hamilton Hawks side has shone through here today as Strawn now getting on the front foot. McCulloch taking a run. He's had a solid game, Eli McCulloch.
Played well. Mac Daddy.
Now Robinson goes forward and he's driven sideways.
Jerome wanting the ball.
Yeah, Jerome Wilson. Little short ball there to Villamus, his brother.
Almost looked forward.
Coming out, and Smiler does well to grab hold of that. And now the Hawks come over, and Jerome Wilson offloading, dart, getting through the line.
This is what Carlton do.
Bakarich has turned the ball over. Nice work. He's been almost their best, Peter Bakarich. And now Sherritt looking for runners. Vasagotti looking to stand in a halfback there. Couldn't find anyone, so goes himself.
Hawks will go wide.
Oh, Bainavalu calling for the ball. Thought he might have been a touch in front, and Fowles comes across. Nice work by the young winger. Ball comes out, though. Cut down. Nice work by Strawn. They pop the ball up. They keep it alive here, the Hawks.
Yeah, really good passage of play there from the Hawks.
Now the ball coming wide, passing from side to side, just going sideways though, the Hawks, and Vasagotti calls them not releasing, but referee Logan says play on, and Rockaboro driven back. It was Jordan Smiler.
Hawks slowly back in.
So here comes Sherritt, now goes wide to Coupe to Ale scampering away.
Yeah, did well to hold his feet there.
Now Sherritt, he runs to the line. Bainavalu, can he go over for his second? He cuts back in field again. Lamont.
And still hear the Carlton calling up.
And Sherritt goes for the field goal, but it's been pulled up, and it looks like there may be a problem out there.
Strawn's come in to see what's going on.
So we're not going to get too long to play here. A little bit of injury time.
Yeah, starting to get a bit dark there. The sun's starting to fade. Starting to, temperatures dropping.
Robertson comes from the field.
He's had a good game today, Cade. Nice little slap there to the opposition. Obviously knows, boys know one another.
So they're going to close out the game and they're going to go for a shot at a goal here at the Hamilton Hawks, and you'd have to think that's probably game over after that.
Well, it was. We're expecting a good game, and it's been every bit of that.
Well, it's been a tremendous game here at number 2. At Passmore, and we thought we might have had to go out to the number 2 field, but they've done well just getting the game on here at Passmore. So,
yeah, I know Mick Gill was helpful getting the super soaker over here this week, soak up some of that moisture, and the boys got the tarp on it. So yeah, full credit to the Hawks for getting this ground ready. They've done really well, and no doubt the cricket boys will be happy about the pitch being left in some sort of order also.
So Sherritt lines the ball up, strikes the ball, and it goes over. So penalty goal there, and that'll be full time here for Bar TV Sports. The final score, Hawks 29, Merewether Carlton 17. Thanks very much for joining us, Tim Partridge. Who was your best on ground?
Oh, you put me on the spot there. Give me a little think.
Well, I'm gonna probably say Peter Backerich certainly went all day for this Hawks side, but then Dane Sherritt, very commanding role in fly half.
Yeah, it was very much a team effort, and well done to Bubba. It's 2 wins from 2. He's back, and the boys are playing for him. Yeah, real credit to the Hawks.
So you're going to give it to Bubba Coleman. Nice work. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Well, congratulations, Hamilton Hawks. Of course, all our matches on Bar TV Sports for the 2018 Rams NHRU season will be shown on delay later on tonight and over the weekend. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm Gareth Wozik, and we'll catch you next time.